What's up guys, welcome back to Persian Prince Tech, and today we are starting a new series of what I'm going to call Tech Talk. So basically in this series we are not going to be reviewing products as I usually do, and I suppose as the name suggests, moreover we're going to be talking about the actual products. We're going to be talking a lot more, going into some conversations, talking about new things in the tech community and what's new and upcoming basically. So I hope you're going to enjoy this series. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're not new here, still, if you are subscribed, thank you, and don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and family, and leave your comments down below, because being a tech talk, I really do want to hear all your opinions and discussions, and I'd love to read the comments to see what everybody else thinks. So today is Apple iPhone 17 lineup pre-order day. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, and it's exciting because I am a massive Apple fan. Despite all the hate towards Apple recently, where I know everyone keeps saying that the products are not changing and the iPhone looks exactly the same, nothing's changed for the Apple Watch. But yeah, I'm still a massive Apple fan. I have been since the Steve Jobs days, and Steve Jobs is really the reason why I am such a big Apple fan. New iPhone 17 lineup has just been released, as well as a slew of other products, including the AirPods Pro 3, the Apple Watch Series 11, which I do plan on getting, by the way, because I'm still on the Series 7. But today we're talking about the Apple iPhone 17 lineup. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. These tech talks are not scripted, so I am probably going to be waffling on quite a bit. And I'm expressing my passion in these talks. So first of all, today is the Apple iPhone 17 Pro pre-order day. I have got my pre-order in. Now, before we actually get into the pre-order, can we just please say, I have to get this out because I haven't spoken to anyone about this. It's been irritating me so much. The only person I've spoken to is my wife, and I don't really think she understands the suffering that I've gone through regarding this. So iPhone 17 Pro, we have got 3 new colors, technically 3 new colors on the lineup. We have silver, which I say technically because silver is always a standard. We always get silver stroke white. And in this case, which we'll go into some detail in a moment, it is both silver and white. We also have a new deep blue color, and there is also a cosmic orange. So I don't understand why, but can somebody please explain to me why there is no black iPhone? We have always had space grey, space black even. There is no iPhone 17 Pro in black. We don't even have so much as a space grey. We got silver stroke white, and I'm going to call it stroke white. And if you haven't seen the pictures, if I haven't already inserted them around here, I will do throughout the video if I can, of course. But yeah, there is no black iPhone. I do not understand why. It's like every year since I started buying the iPhone, since the iPhone 4 was announced, and that's when I made the switch, was from the iPhone 4. I actually have one up there on the shelf behind me. That was my original iPhone, is the iPhone 4 in black, and I bought one ever since, always in black. And now this is the first year where I'm just stumped. I'm just like, I cannot believe there is no black iPhone. What do I do? What do I do with my life? What do I do? So again, the only person I've spoken to about this is my wife. She's just like, she just, get the blue. It's closest thing to black is a deep blue. Little piece of me inside is gone forever until the next iPhone gets released in black, I think. Apple, how could you? How could you? Now, I have to say, I thought about getting the Cosmic Orange at one point. It does look really good when you see it in person. It's actually really, really good. It's like very like a metallic orange, but I mean, come on, it's orange. Who has an orange phone? I watched an interview with some of the Apple executives. One of them was Jaws. Jaws. Everyone called him Jaws, and he specifically mentions in the interview that everybody always asks for more vibrant colors on the lineup for the pros, and we gave it to you. The way he said it was kind of like, you've been bugging us about more vibrant colors for so long. Here you go, here's orange. Vibrant. The most vibrant color, if not of all of them. So I kind of feel like people kind of asked for it. So, but he gave it to us. We got vibrant now. He took away the black, but we got vibrant now. So I can't believe that though, seriously. I've come down to two speculations as to why there's no black iPhone Pro from the basis of the comments I've been reading online. And two of those make sense. One person said, I don't know who they are, I can't credit them, unfortunately. I read it somewhere along the slew of masses of comments. The first person said, because the iPhone Air has been released in also a black color, that they are trying to push people who wanted a black iPhone to go to buy the iPhone Air. But yeah, that makes sense, because then they're kind of pushing people who would have bought a black phone to now make that purchase for the iPhone Air to boost those sales. So that kind of makes sense, and it makes more sense than the other comment now that I read, which was that somebody said, due to the anodization of the aluminium, which is the new material that they've switched back to on the iPhone Pro series, that it causes a lot of chipping with the black, so they decided against it. I don't understand the anodization process, so I can't really comment, but that just seems a bit of a lame excuse, if I'm honest. So yeah, I'm not too sure, how I think about that one. But the other comment about the push in sales for the Air makes more sense to me. So yes, there's no black iPhone. I can't believe it, and a little piece of me is gone now inside until I get a purely black case to cover up, and potentially a skin to make my blue iPhone look black. just to fool myself into thinking it's a darker than blue iPhone. So yeah, that will be that. Okay, so let's talk about the significant changes now between the iPhone 16 Pro lineup and the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. So I think the big one that's going to stand out for everyone, of course, is for the past 2 years, Apple's been all titanium, 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 and now it's gone back to aluminium. Now, there is a pretty good reason as to why they've switched back to aluminium, which I don't really mind too much. But the reason they've switched back to aluminium is basically because it's better cooling. I have to say, I know there's a lot of people that are hating against the design of it. I quite like it because of the fact that it's a change from what we've had for, say, the past 7 years, in terms of the back of the phone especially. So I quite like it. I'm not talking about the notch, so that's obviously on its own, but I like the little glass window at the back now. So the glass on the front of the phone is going to be ceramic shield 2, and on the back of the phone, the small glass window which allows the MagSafe wireless charging, ceramic shield. So not ceramic shield 2, just ceramic shield 1. The aluminium, they've forged it out of one piece of aluminium, so it's a little bit heavier than the 16 Pro lineup was going to be, but it allows for better battery life at the same time, so that is certainly appreciated. So also on the back of the phone, we've got the new larger camera bump, which spans from side to side basically now, from edge to edge. So it's a bigger bump, although Apple's calling it the camera plateau. I'm never going to use that word, so I will continue to call this a camera bump, just a larger camera bump. Yeah, I actually like the design, although I do think they copied Google for the design of it. So for the purpose of the new A19 Pro chip inside this phone, we also have a new vapor chamber inside the phone to effectively cool down the phone in high intensity usage. So for myself, I think that's going to be really handy, because when I'm recording in ProRes, the phone does tend to get quite hot, especially also when you're using the AI, it does tend to get quite hot. Not just that, but the 17 Pro lineup is going to be able to record in ProRes RAW. So I am so excited to test that out. Now, I do mainly use the purpose of the Pro phones as my main go-to camera device. And it's just fantastic. I've taken so many amazing photos with this phone. One of the features I loved in the recent years with my phone was the 5x telephoto zoom, and I used that a lot. But it was limited to 12 megapixels, and I just hoped and hoped that they would upgrade all three cameras to 48 megapixels, which they have now done. So they are brand new cameras, all new sensors. The 17 Pro lineup, you are going to be able to zoom in up to 8 times optical zoom on the phone, and I cannot wait to test that out. It's gonna be so amazing. And with all the different various zoom ranges that this phone is going to be capable of, Apple are saying it's like having 8 different lenses in your pocket, which is amazing, coming from 3 cameras. And we'll talk about the front camera in a moment. So now we have on the back of the phone all 3 48 megapixel Fusion cameras. That is just insane. We've got the Fusion main camera, the Fusion ultra wide camera, and the new 48 megapixel telephoto camera. Just talking about the front camera, all the iPhone 17 lineup now have a new center stage camera in the front of the phone, which has also been upgraded up to 18 megapixels. And it's not just for those photos or selfies that you're taking in the front camera. You can also get the center stage with videos from the front camera too. Apple is referring to the Pro Max to have a maximum of 39 hours of video playback. And coming to think of it, I don't know why they measure it in video playback, because we do different tasks on a daily basis. So it's going to be interesting to see what the battery life is actually like. But the Pro Max is being labeled as the best battery life in any iPhone ever. The standard 17 Pro is labeled at 33 hours of video playback, so still it's got a big jump from before. In case you were wondering, the iPhone Pro lineup has got a 6-core CPU and a 6-core GPU, whereas the iPhone Air and the iPhone 17 have got a 6-core CPU but a 5-core GPU. And actually, just talking about the thickness of the phones, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are slightly thicker than the 16 Pro and Pro Max. And if you're wondering why, that's probably something to do with the bigger battery that's inside the phone now, but it's a bit of a trade-off. I prefer the bigger battery just for maybe a point or a few millimeters of thickness. I think that's not too bad, but hopefully it's going to be fine. Making myself worried now. And if you haven't already seen, Apple have launched a new MagSafe battery pack specifically designed for the iPhone Air. So it's longer than the previous battery pack, but it's also a lot slimmer. And it looks amazing. It really does. And I would love to get one, but obviously the difference in the, let's just use the word once, the camera plateau between the Air and the Pros, that MagSafe doesn't line up. Although you could technically have it charge wirelessly, it's the MagSafe's not going to line up on the Pros, and that's a real shame. I am gutted about that. That was the second thing. The fact that there's no black iPhone in the Pro lineup, and the battery pack, which looks so amazing, doesn't work with the Pros. That was a blow to me during the keynote. But yeah, I think I've gone on about this long enough in this video today. So I want to hear all your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about the missing colors on the Pro lineup, specifically the black. I still cannot believe it. And if you are buying one, which one are you going for? As I say, I'm going to be ended up with the deep blue. I've put my pre-order in, so that's secured now. Speaking about the pre-orders, actually, is one more thing I wanted to say. One more thing. I always like to have a look at the availability of the phones after, say, the first 10, 20, 30 minutes. So today I checked after 30 minutes past the pre-order time. So the silver and the orange Pros and Pro Maxes in pretty much all the different gigabyte capacities went to about 2 to 3 weeks out. That's here in the UK, by the way. And the deep blue I noticed was only 7 to 10 days. So I don't know if the deep blue is as popular as, say, the orange is going to be. But again, as much as I like the orange, it looks cool. And I know I'm going to cover it up with a case. I think this one she won't ever watch this video, but I think my wife was right. So stick to the blue, because yeah, I know what I'm like, and I need the darker phone. But the interesting thing is I checked the Air and the availability was all still half an hour in on the same as release day. They were not sold out. So I don't know if Apple's got more units produced for the Air being the new model compared to the Pros, of course, but they were not sold out. They were still available for release. Like, you can get one on the 19th, delivery or pickup. And the normal 17 lineup, that was again not sold out. That was still available on the 19th. And I've never seen that. They usually get pushed out a couple days or, you know, a week or so. But so yeah, it looks like the Pro orange and the silver are a bit more popular than the blue, and compared to the other phones, they're not even sold out. So I don't know what that's going to say, but we'll see. And I'm interested to hear your comments. So please leave me your comments down below. Did you pre-order a phone? Are you going to get one? Are you planning on upgrading? And which one are you going to get? Let me know about all the colors. I want to know what you're deciding to pick. So, you know, give me a better understanding from you guys as well. What's more popular? And I hope you like this tech talk. This is going to be the first in the new series. I will make a lot more of these because I don't have to buy any products to review. And all the products I review on my channel, by the way, I pay for with my own money. They're not sponsored. Not yet anyway. Maybe one day. We'll see. But it depends on the success of this channel, I suppose. But anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope you will enjoy these tech talks. I would like to have some more discussion, so I'm really interested to read the comments on this video. So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up. My daughter's starting to sing downstairs, so if you hear the Frozen soundtrack in the background, and I will see you in the next, either the tech talk or the next review. So don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends and family.